Hey guys, welcome to Maybug Game Studio. Today I'll show you how to paint Cyberpunk Tau. This style of painting is very chaotic. We're using a lot of bright colors and we don't care about proper lighting because there's a lot of different sources of light. Just pure chaos. But first we have to assemble our model. It's designed by Paper Makes Stuff. All of these parts give us a lot of potential for good posing. I'm going to make just a running one. It's important to make it natural, not twisted in some weird way. Also to make it dynamic. I prefer running, jumping, falling or sliding more than just standing like a brick. It's important to find balance and keep in mind that he carries a heavy gun. When I got the pose right, I added the armor. Okay, there's few parts left, but we need them separately, as they are in different color. Nice! Let's build a base for him. Materials we need: plastic base, some resin parts in urban style, dust and stones, paste, the model itself, and coffee. Now I can work really fast. I built a lot of texture that gave me that waste urban style. I didn't want it to be so flat, so I added some chunk of concrete. I used some foamed PVC, which is my favorite material to make platforms, walls, volume, chunks and a lot of construction parts from. The concrete paste blends all of them well. Stones and dust are just a nice detail and make it look more crispy. We have two drones here and we make them detachable. For this one I got a little magnet. I place him there. Looks good. I forgot about his gun, so I had to change the placement. The other one is with a pin. I drilled a hole in the base. It's barely visible, so we can add and detach this drone easily. I'm satisfied now. Let's get into the painting. I sprayed the model and the loose parts with black primer. Then I paint what I missed with an airbrush. First color is Payne's Gray. It's gonna go on everything again. Then we go blue-violet and do a little pre-shading, defining the direction of our first blue light. I have two guns attached to the model and I don't want to paint it yet, so I secure them with a tape. We love mask tape. Next one is red-violet and we do the same thing from different direction. Time for brighter colors! I work with the shape of the model by applying the paint at the right angle. Same with Naphthol Pink. I paint the other side of the model. It's a dominant color in our palette. I add a little more in more random ways. Next color is Fluo Pink. I add it in random places in different directions. To make a highlight, I add a few drops of white to Naphthol pink. And I just touch the highest places. Then I come back to cerulean blue and mix it with white as well. I want more blue in this engine area. If you want sharper separation between colors, you can use some mask tape. Next, we take white to paint inside and around the engines and add some highlights on upper parts. With this acrylic ink, we can blend our white Dioxazine purple is great for adding shadows from below. It doesn't darken much, but it adds another hue, which is a good thing in this case. We don't want it to be darker, but we want another color that brings the vibrancy. At the end of the process, Chris added more pink as he felt it should be more vibrant and stand out even more. He adds other colors from our palette as well, just here and there to make it more saturated. A little bit of ultramarine blue also works. Painting a base requires less colors. We want it to be dark, so the model stands out. My base is with Payne's Grey, and now I paint it from above with blue-violet. Then I brighten up the edges with mix of Naphthol pink, blue-violet and grey. Then I add more shadows with Payne's Grey. I get pure Naphthol pink and add vibrant lights on the edges. Now it's time for fun! I'm gonna make some nice light effects. They look good and build integrity between model and base. I use a mask tape to define the edge of my light. I want to include the shade that our model would throw, so there is one more piece of tape. I want sharp, straight line as it's made by light. If you do it, you can imagine how light would behave on different objects and different shapes. But it doesn't have to be super realistic. I paint it from one direction, so it looks sharper in front and diffuses in the back. Finally, I can glue my model to the base. There is a blue color on his feet, so it would be nice to add some blue light on the base as well. This time I use white paint and acrylic ink to make it sharp but not as vibrant. I make more shadow so it looks more natural. This model needs some strong light to pop up, so I add some white and then fluo pink. That way it's brighter. It will be just a little detail with tape. To paint the gun and shield, we add a new color to our palette, and it will be Mars Yellow Deep. I start with mix of red-violet and Mars Yellow Deep. Next step is pure Mars Yellow Deep. That's how it looks after the airbrush. I assemble the rest of the parts. I add Payne's Grey on joints and pipes. You can do this by hand, but airbrush is faster if you are careful enough to not paint on the armor. The whole piece looks like this. Now it needs some good brushwork, which we will show you in the part 2 of this tutorial. Okay guys, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time, bye!